Cheeseburger GT, hello. Gabriel. Yeah, my live froze up or something, and I tried to restart it, and it wouldn't let me. I'm good, Cheeseburger. So I just had to restart it live. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Jennifer. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm having a problem with mine froze up, so I tried to restart it, and it just kicked me out. Voidling, hello. Shoot, now I got to restart my my live here. And then hopefully I'll be back to where I was. No, I can't do that, Allie. I'll look at it later. Echo 1? No, I was not in the Army. Huh. My oh, that's not what I want. Now I'll see if it'll work. Hello, Mary. How many grandkids do I have, Ryan? I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3. And my wife has 5 from another marriage. So, I mean, together we have 8. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate you saying that. Tag 187. You're an ass. Those 5 don't count? Yeah, okay. Uncle Ed, how are you? Daniel the coolest. Welcome back. Don't say bad words. Well, I do have this set on not for children. So take that for what it's worth, Allie. That's why I can't show your face reveal on here. Just went for a little run around your neighborhood. If you ever see me running, somebody's chasing me. I'm just saying. Yes, Daniel. If somebody gets out of line, hit him with a wrench. I like that, Mary. If I'm running, you probably should too. Same here. Birdie the Naked Bird. How are you? How did you come up with that name? Birdie the Naked Bird. Stop. Oh my goodness, I got Jack on this leg and I got Dozer on this leg. It's a little too warm to have these animals on my lap. Crazy. I think my chat froze up again. I don't know why. Something ain't right. Okay, Gabriel, I see you. Mary, I see you. It quit on my phone again. Gentle Gnome says I can drop a like. Fred Korn, how are you? Juicy Water, welcome in. David, welcome back. Seth Mack from Indonesia. Juicy Water, you can just leave the room. What is it? Fabani? How are you? Appreciate you. Yes, Daniel, you're right. It is. Where are you from? What do you do? I am a bum. I was born in California, grew up in Iowa and Missouri on a dairy farm, and now I'm a bum in Oklahoma. JP Paintball, how are you? Welcome back. I'm doing good, David. Too hot, though. Too hot in Oklahoma. Shadow, I'm good. How you doing? Yeah, Ben, I didn't vote for the man. Fifteen 15 to 20 years ago, if you had told me Donald Trump was going to be the president of the United States, I would have said, you're crazy. It is impossible. But apparently it wasn't impossible. Hello, Brooke. Is Brooke in here? Did I miss my chat's not working right? Brooke, are you in here? Hello, Tyler. Huntron. Sweet cat. Yeah, yep, there's Brooke. How are you, Brooke? Cave Brody says, I'll become president and make you vice president. We could do it. We could change things for the better. Yeah, I'm doing good, Brooke. Except that it's too hot today. It's only supposed to get up to the 80s tomorrow, which would be great. It's entertainment for you, Wilfred Morris. What did you do in the Navy? I was never in the Navy. Thank God for air conditioner. Yes. Actually, I took the ASVABs and I ranked really good. And so a recruiter from the Navy got a hold of me and wrote up a contract for the Navy. And it was supposed to be, I was going to go into aviation and or electronics. Hello, Aiden C. So anyway, I go to Kansas City, Missouri for the physical, the medical, and they found out I was colorblind. So they told me, you can't go into aviation or electronics. But they said I could still go in. I could enlist, just fireman, which is entry level, snot nose. And I said no. And at first they said, well, you already signed, so you're in the Navy. And I got a hold of my recruiter and I said, is that fact? And he said, no, that's not fact. It was a contract written up for aviation and or electronics. Being they can't give you that, you are not required to continue. So, and he said, I told him, I said, I don't want to stay in. So he talked to him and they said I don't have to. But looking back, I probably should have. MAGA, welcome back. How are you? Aura hasn't been in here today that I know of. She's normally here, but she's not here. Aura is probably weak. Sub for the cats. Analyst says, I got an electronics question for you. I probably can't answer. I'm not very I mean, I should be pretty good at electronics because I had to pass tests to be a amateur radio operator. And I'm pretty good at fixing electronics, but I'm still not very smart when it comes to electronics. Yeah, this is Dozer. When we got him, he was an older cat. So he's probably got to be better than 10 years old. It's the glasses. People think you're tech wise. You're probably right. Where's Jack? My goodness, there's Dozer in this leg and Jack over here on this leg. He's half under the table. But they're keeping me nice and toasty warm on this cold, chilly heat wave. Are you from India? No. I am from the U.S. in the great state of Oklahoma. Okay, get down, guys. Get down. You're just too warm up here on my lap. Get down. Oh. You're being called back to service because you never served it. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. What's for dinner? I don't know. Actually, it's just me this evening, so I might just like throw one of the cheap pizzas in the oven. Now I don't look so smart. Retired ICU nurse. I salute you. That is not something I could do. Rajesh says, I'm rich. Are you? No, I am not. Yeah, when I got out of college, I got to switchback glasses. Those just aren't as comfortable. I think she's doing good today. She's not home right now. But when I got out of college, I had a really good friend, Sean, and he decided to go into paramedic training. And he tried to talk me into doing it also. And I just didn't. I thought, I don't know if I could do that. And he went through the class and then got on an ambulance. And I'd run into him every week, every other week. And he'd tell me about something that happened. And each time he told me what happened, I just said, there is no way I could do that. And he went to one call downtown Springfield, Missouri, and aluminum ladder fell off of a high-rise apartment complex. They was doing something with the AC units, but anyway, this aluminum ladder fell off and hit a guy in the head. Well, the leg of that ladder went in and out the top of his head. Did I find college beneficial? No, because I didn't finish. And I didn't get a degree. But anyway, when Sean got there with the ambulance, this guy was talking and coherent with a ladder speared through his skull. And they looked at they worked on him and looked at him and everything and decided there is no way they can transport him with this like 6-foot aluminum ladder sticking out of his head. Couldn't get him in any ambulance or anything. So they tried to figure out how to get that ladder off, and they decided to cut the leg by his head. Anyway, they don't know if it was the vibration or heat transfer, but before they got it cut all the way through, he expired. He died. And after that happened, he left being a paramedic because it's just too hard for him to handle. And I wouldn't have been able to handle it. Well, Jack, you're in a little pain, Jack. David says, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." "You okay?" "I'm out of coffee." Peekaboo, how are you? It's going good. I was just telling a story about a friend that was a paramedic and the stuff that he saw and had to deal with. He couldn't handle, so he had to quit doing that. 1947 Odin, you can leave the room. Were you before or after rotary phones? That's what I grew up with, was rotary phones. I remember when I was young, we had a party line where like 3 houses would be on the same phone number. And depending on how it rang was to whether or not you knew it was your phone or one of the other 3, which was usually your neighbors, the same area. But all the time, if anyone was on the phone, you would hear somebody else pick up that was on your party line and start listening to your phone call. Triplets, how are you? Black and white TV with antenna too. Yep. I can remember the TV we had when I was fairly young, and it was probably a 15-inch screen, but it was deeper than it was wide because the picture tube's on the back and everything. And we had 2 channels at first, and then just within weeks, another channel got put in with an antenna, so we got 3 channels to watch. Yeah, the Sony Walkman, I remember when that came out. That was pretty wild. First one I ever owned, the Sony. What was crazy is I don't remember how old I was, but before I had that Sony Walkman, we had a stereo in the living room, but no headphones or anything, so you really didn't hear the stereo. But when I got that Sony Walkman with the headphones, hearing stereo was amazing. The first game console I had, I think, was an Atari. And out of me and my brothers, I was the best at pole position. Paramedics are built different? I don't know. Remember one time my mom, the ambulance came and picked her up. Towards the end of her life, she was a lot of medical issues, and the ambulance came and picked her up at her house and took her to the hospital. HWR, how are you? Mr. Morgan. All right, David, have a good one. But anyway, I got up to the hospital and they got her situated, and she was complaining that their paramedic tried to kill her. She just kept saying, "He tried to kill me. He tried to kill me." So I went and talked to him, and I said, "Did anything happen? Did my mom get out of line?" Or and he said, "No." She was kind of distraught. So I went back and talked to my mom, and she finally told me his driving. It was his driving. And then I said, "Well, Mom, he had to get you here quick." But when she first told me, I thought she meant that he was being abusive or... Llama, how are you? Kevin, do you drink beer? No. Once in a great while, I'll have a beer. Today would actually have been a good day for a beer. It's so hot outside. But I'm more of a bourbon and Coke guy, or a Coke and whiskey. That's all I had to say about that. Hello, Bryce. Was it amazing when they discovered electricity? I don't know. I'm not quite that old. Llama, I'm doing okay. I'm holding my own. I can't get anyone else to hold it. Jennifer, you're probably right. I've never been in an ambulance. But I guess they going over the tracks and the bumps in the road, she thought she was going to fly right out of that gurney. ICG5. How are you, Sean? Jaylee Ream, I'm doing okay. Jaiiy. I'm doing okay. About 100 degrees in Oklahoma, so right before I went live, I had to go out and find my cat. My indoor cat was outside. He's liking to stay outside. And I went around the side of the house, and he was laying down in the dirt with his face down in the dirt. And I thought, oh shit, Dozer died. But I picked him up, and he wasn't dead. He just had dirt in his nose and in his mouth. But he's getting pretty old. Must have drank 15 Dr. Peppers. Ooh, Dr. Pepper? Where is Jack? Where do you think Jack is? He's right here in my lap. He's right here. If I'm live, he thinks he has to be right here in my lap. Mini Minion, how are you? Yeah, and they have to put a lot of weight in those ambulances, so I'm sure that affects the shocks. Lucky dog, I'm gonna keep it real. How are you? Good to see you. JP paintball, I've been okay. Tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 80s, so I'm excited about that because for over a week now we've been up in the high 90s, and today it hit over 100. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of a cool down. Oh, Jack. Oh, Jack. He's getting pretty old too. Me, Jack, and Dozer are all getting pretty old. My first car was a 1970 Nova. And, boy, that was a nice car when I got it. And I ended up rolling it down a hill. Totaled it. Told them they could ride with you next time. Dozer, I don't know. He's in the other room, I think. He was on my lap a little bit ago, too. And my lap just got too warm with these two animals. Did you hear about? No, I didn't hear about that. What do you mean, llama? Are you free? JP, no, it was coffee, but it's empty. Thinking about getting up and fixing me a drink. Debating on that or another cup of coffee. I don't know. No, we don't get a lot of snow here, Brooke. We get, most years we can get a dusting, but it doesn't stay very long. Long Island iced tea with a lot of ice. Oh, Todd, that sounds great. Oh. No. I just put you down. What are you doing? Get down. I'm going to step over here to my little bar area. Fix me a quick little drink. Okay, I'm back. Cheers, Brooke. Cheers, everybody. Gentle Gnome, I can't do vodka. I can't do any of the clear spirits. Just it's gives me a headache. Mary, I'm trying to figure out how to do a short. I'll probably have my son work the camera, but I'm gonna suck in my gut, pull my shirt up, get real close with the camera, suck in my gut, take a short video or even just a picture, and then let it out a little bit and take another picture and let it out a little more, take another picture, and then look it out more, take another one, and then push it out and take another one. And I'm going to try and make it to where somebody thinks it's time lapse of a woman getting pregnant, or yeah. And then after the last shot or video, then have the camera come up to my face. And I thought that would be funny. I have a weird sense of humor. Might shock people. It's like, I thought that was a woman's belly. Because I saw my reflection in my the big TV in my living room. I saw my reflection because it wasn't on, and I thought, Ron, you look like a pregnant woman. So Bukal, how are you? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Bukal? Hello, sir. For surgery on that lump on my thigh? Well, spread my thighs and check for flies. Hi, guys. That's kind of funny right there. So the joke today is what's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Sean says, when did you buy your first car? I don't really remember. It was 70, probably around 1976, 75, 76, somewhere in there. You a mechanic? Nope. Not by trade. I mean, I do a lot of my own work on my tractor and mowers and cars, but I'd rather do it myself than take it somewhere and pay their shop rate. Ford or Chevy? Ford. My son, me and him argue about Chevy or Ford. He's a Chevy man, I'm a Ford man. Mini Minion? No, I do not. Harrison Ford's dad. You look like Forrest Gump. No nonsense. Less liquor, more THC. No, I can't handle THC. I've tried it. Yeah, I've tried smoking it, and my lungs didn't like that. So a while back, I tried an edible, like a gummy. That's a whole different animal. That was not a good time. Did not like it. Secret agent and have to rescue some women, but their clothes have rotted off in the helicopter, and I can see everything. Big cheese, that's kind of weird. Oh, kind of went down the wrong. Mini minion. You can believe that if you want to. Trinity says, my grandma says you're cute. Ron, you not seeing my messages? I don't know. I may have. My chat is froze up on my phone, though. I can't. So I might have missed it. Are you okay, Ron? Yeah, I'm okay. Gabriel says it. You mean faith? Faith is real. Well, I don't know if faith is real. It's not tangible. It's an idea. Yeah, I don't know where Dozer is. He's in the other room, I think. No one is wrong on what they believe, Brooke. I tried doing that, Mary, but it when I got back on, it made me start a whole new live. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think if I try to get out and back in again, last time I did it, I just had to start a whole new live. How else are you made if God isn't real? How is a kitten made? How is a puppy made? How is a baby monkey made? How is a animals reproduce? It's just natural. Titan. How many times you got to say that? Yeah, that you said it plenty. Rob Fay from Yuma. I miss Arizona. But not today, because it's too hot today. One thing is, every time I have to go out and mow the lawn, I miss Arizona. Only 102. Gabriel, there's just many different beliefs, so it's probably not a good thing to discuss. What did I like about Arizona? One thing is the humidity is real low. 100 degrees in Arizona is not near as bad as 100 degrees in Oklahoma. Yeah, my religious beliefs aren't private. I could share them with everybody, but I don't think Mini Minion is talking like a crazy person. He's talking like there is behavioral conditioning, mixed with willful ignorance. So he was brought up to believe, and anyone that is brought up from a child to an adult or a young person to believe, they're going to continue to believe. I mean, if your parents and friends didn't tell you at some point that Santa was make-believe, you'd probably still believe in Santa. So I can understand it. Texas Justin. Very good. Brooke, the nights can get cool, but don't have near the seasons I have now in Oklahoma. I don't think I even owned a jacket in Arizona. Probably a hoodie. And hello, Ryan. Welcome back. Yeah, even January, February, where I lived in Arizona, it didn't get cold. Might get cool, might need a hoodie, but never a jacket. A lot of the houses in Arizona, a lot of the homes, they use what's called a swamp cooler to cool their house. And it just runs air over like a water filter. Barefoot or sandals year round. Yep. So in Arizona, it didn't have any place I ever lived didn't have the expense of air conditioning. I never let Santa make me out to be a liar, LOL. I am fascinated by religion, actually. There are so many religions and religious aspects and differences of opinion. It fascinates me. Oh, I appreciate you, Llama. Appreciate you saying that. Solar power. I would love to get solar power here on my property. I mean, I've got how many? I've got 6 solar panels set up that outside, and I got a small solar bank and a 6,000 watt inverter. But I just use that in case of like a storm electrical outage. All right, Sean, enjoy your dinner. Hello, Bobby. How are you? Ryan says you live in a trailer, right? A mobile home? Yes, I do. Bobby says you a punk. Okay. Your bill was $29 last month with the air on? Mr. DuPont? Yeah, very nice day for being 100 degrees in Oklahoma. Ryan wants to party with Mary? Growing up, your dad couldn't stand the word punk. ICG5. All right, enjoy your dinner. Mary's husband likely wouldn't care for that. That's funny right there. That's funny. I don't care who you are. A Camaro Super Sport with a 450 big block. That's Wayne's car. That's Wayne's favorite car. Robloxian, how are you? So what is Roblox? I've seen that used and or mentioned a lot. If that's a video game, what is it similar to? Or what is the plot or the basis? A game that has a lot of games. It's a shooting game. Oh, Roblox or Roblox is a shooting game. You got bears in the wild? Well, yeah, almost every place has bears in the wild. Not very, it's not abundant. I've never seen one. I've never seen a bear in the almost 30 years I've been here. Hello, Key. How are you? Daily driver is a Cadillac. Your truck is your toy. I got rid of all my toys, except for a golf cart I ride around the property on. What are you recording on? I don't know what you mean. Recording like my shorts or stuff? It's on this phone right here. I couldn't even tell you what kind of phone it is. Ryan says my wife has a lot of toys. I bet she does. You tried this kind of candy that was like a cotton candy and marshmallow mix. It was different. That sounds different. I don't know if I would, I don't know. Cotton candy and marshmallow. I'm going to have to give me some cotton candy grapes. I've heard those mentioned quite a few times. I'm going to have to try them. Does anybody on here like pickled pig's feet? Key, I've never had those cotton candy grapes, but I think I'm going to try them. Mini Minion, you had, or you like pickled pig's feet? There was, back in the early 80s, I used to, sometimes I would stop at a bar just to get the pickled sausage and pickled eggs. Never had pickled pig's feet, but you're going to make some. How would you, I don't know how you'd make them, really. The pinker the better, yes. Your wife has a silver bullet. What is a silver bullet? A Coors Light? Ask Mary what a silver bullet is. Salt and vinegar pork rinds. Yeah, when I was in college, I think they came out with I think it was salt and vinegar potato chips. pig snout. Huh. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, when I was way back in college, the salt and vinegar chips, the people around me used to call them douche chips. And I love them. Trump fell today? I couldn't tell you. I don't watch the news. I stay away from the news. Has anyone ever eaten the worm in tequila? Yes, I have. And it's supposed to. There was like an old wives' tale or something, a rumor, a myth that it would make you hallucinate. Not true. Your bro Icy is here. How are you? Oh, it's ICG5 is back. A different name. JG Random says, are you a werewolf? No. No. Because I want to hear you, wolf. I want to hear, Here. That don't make no sense because I want to hear you, wolf. Do you remember using whale oil? No. I do not. Hello, Tom Crime 90. Weirdo. Punk. DL, you can leave the room. Cheeseburger GT, hello again. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Oh, somebody using my name and picture just said hi. Why would someone do that? Why would they go to that much trouble to troll me? Sam's Random Videos. How are you? Oh, it's Mini Minion. Okay, why would you do that? What would be the point of that? Mini Minion is now Ron Lowther for some reason. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Sam is on holiday? Holiday for what? What do you mean holiday? Or vacation? Yeah, I guess if somebody tries to be you, then it must mean I'm in a place they want to be. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, you're at cottage? I don't know. Oh, college? I don't know what that means. Today is International Day of Friendship. So I think that's kind of cool. Izzy. Izzy. What's going on, Izzy? Brooke, happy International Day of Friendship to you too. Yes, Mary, we do. We love our friends. And we even love the weird ones. And man, there's a lot of weird ones. You're going into middle school and everyone says it's going to suck. Is that true? Yes, it is true for the first couple weeks, and then you'll fit right in and everything will be great until you get into high school then, or junior high. And will it suck? Yeah, it will for the first couple weeks. Hello, Roger. How are you? Yeah, weird ones. Yeah, the weird ones, they're just kind of fun. Ryan, you should take offense to that because you're one of the weird ones. But we love you. Boss Black 2 says, you don't even have an idea what you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking to. If you're talking to me, you're right. I don't. Ryan's not weird. He's wealthy. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Oh, Mini Minion is back. When are you going to end the stream? Probably here in a couple of minutes. Figure out something for dinner. Sam is at a small house in the countryside. That sounds like the beginning of a novel. Raymond Simon, how are you? Good to see you. Can you give a shout out to me? Tyler Bone. I used to work with a girl named Cindy Bone, spelled the same way. And I always thought that was a cool last name. And I thought it'd sound good for me, Ron Bone. Like, I'm Ron Bone. Cool name, Tyler. Good to see you too, Raymond. You have a cousin named Sydney. Sydney Bone? Your bro, I see. Gabriel is talking nonsense. Brooks says schoolyard squabble. Raymond, I am empty. But I'm thinking about getting up and fixing me one more. Make it a 2-drink night. Ryan says, how do you afford booze if you live in a trailer? Oh, you funny. Ryan, you funny. Good quality on your camera. Well, Tyler, it's a brand new phone. Not a high dollar phone, but this one here, was kind of worn out. The camera was pretty crappy on it. What kind of phone is that? I don't know. Tyler, your brother's name is Ryan. Ryan Bone. Ryan Bone. Too bad your brother wasn't named Trombone. Yeah, this old one is an LG. And this one is a Samsung Galaxy something. Dog bone. So, Raymond, my day was pretty good, but I'm going to take your advice and I'm going to jump up and fix me one. Oh, yeah. All right. You record your shorts on your phone? Yes. Yes, I do. Once in a very great while, I will record on my phone and then go into CapCut and make a short. But normally I just go record right into the short and post it. Beetle, let's go. Ryan, it's an all right trailer. I've added 2 rooms onto it, but it's paid for. My property's paid for. My cars are paid for. Everything's paid for, so I could retire a little early. You can add a room? Of course you can add a room onto a trailer. Can't move the trailer now. It's a permanent fixture now. You couldn't, I guess you could, but you'd have to rip the additions off. But this wall over this wall, there used to be a window right here. There was a window here leading to the kitchen. And I cut this wall out to add on this dining room. And then that room is a front room, plants and game room and everything. And it leads, there's like French doors that used to be the front door of this trailer. And I ripped the front door out and put in French doors. So, but it's all paid for. But the fridge isn't in the kitchen. Yeah, the fridge is over there in that kitchen. Yeah. Paying off your house this fall? Good deal, Ryan. What really bothers me is when I see somebody that's like in their 60s that's still working and renting an apartment or a house. And I'm wondering, when they have to retire or can't work anymore, how in the world are they going to be able to afford to pay rent on said apartment or house? Boss says, where are you from? I am in Oklahoma. I am from California. But I have a sister-in-law that is probably only 6 or 7 years younger than me in Florida, and she rents an apartment. And I've told her, I says, retirement is not going to pay for an apartment. You won't make enough money retired to pay for an apartment. Because she doesn't have any savings put back. She doesn't have a retirement plan. She works. Brooke, you're probably right. And Mary, I'm sure you're right. And Ryan, I'd say you're probably a decent person, but you come across as an ass. But I'm sure you don't mean it. Whoa. Yeah, well, I'm telling it like it is. Jennifer, appreciate you. You inherited a lakefront college from an older gentleman in my family. That's good. I'm naming you my financial advisor. No, don't do that. I am in the stock market, but I'm doing very, very poorly. So if I ever tell you to buy a stock, sell it. If I ever tell you to sell a stock, buy it. I bought into a company in California called Lordstown Motors. It was supposed to build this amazing electric truck. And they went bankrupt. And I thought, well, I won't sell the shares because it'll turn around. It didn't turn around. It went belly up. And it hurt. Boss Black 2. Well, I don't know. I believe in my kids and my wife. I believe in myself. But I don't think anyone should believe anything you don't have evidence for. Ron, do you have dirt bikes? No. I sold my last dirt bike last year. Did you seriously go to college though? Yeah. I did for a couple years. Not long enough, but I was taking accounting. And actually it did help me because I used to work for Texaco Corporation as an accountant for many years. I don't believe you. I don't have evidence. Okay. Doesn't bother me any. Ryan. Joe DeGard. You come across really good. But now Ryan D, no, not so much. Who's passing gas here? So new? Nobody but me. Penny123 was on vacation. How nice. Heard about Ozzy? Oh yeah, everybody's heard about Ozzy. And oh shit. Oh, my brain's gone. And the wrestler that just passed away. Yes, Hulk Hogan. Guarantee you, Hulk. Anybody know what his birth name was? Guarantee it wasn't Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna have to Google that. Mary, was that his name? Terry Bollea? Probably spelled wrong, but okay. Wow. Terry. He looks like a Terry, or looked like a Terry. Nash, yeah, I am. Gabriel, I don't think you guys had an argument. You went to the Poconos? Probably a good time. How are you, Nash Jonas? Are you one of the Jonas brothers? Nash? The unknown Jonas brother? Did anyone read my public service announcements on cats? No. Terry Jean Bollea. Wow. Well, it's well after 7, so my time here is done. Oh, Brooke, you just Googled it? That's pretty wild to know. Anyway, everybody on here, have a good night, good day. Be kind to each other. Goes a long ways. Anyway, love y'all. Later.